We are going live right now. We're going to wait a couple minutes before we're kicking it off. But as you see, we got some interesting characters on the show today. So let's see what happens.
New wave, next level, some champions. They definitely like to be called right now. I saw that smirk down. Don't think I ain't look at it. I see the smirk.
I love hearing it out of your mouth.
Well, you heard it. You are the champs. You guys won. You guys won the in-season tournament. You guys had a hell of a day, long day. Shitty ass weather, shitty ass. Didn't necessarily play into our hands, but man, you guys came on top. You guys had two good games. The VG game and that Hammer game, I didn't necessarily watch or pay attention to, but Hammer came out on top on that one. So you guys had Hammer going in. Did you think you were gonna have Hammer, or did you think you were gonna have VGs when that game first started?
Yeah. I mean, bro, it was like 0-0, I think, until like the end of the first half. Johnny caught that catch. But I don't know, I don't know if they were up 8-0 or 6-0, or I think they were up 7-0. But it was when the kicker went out after VG scored, I thought it was over.
I think it was 6-0 because VG's kicker missed that kick. Or did Hammer score first?
Oh, yeah. When I saw VG's kicker go out there, I was like, I thought they were gonna win right there.
I honestly do not remember.
I ain't gonna lie though, we'd rather have seen VGs though. I ain't gonna sit on here and act like we.
Well, please explain to me because it's going around. What happened with the jerseys? What happened with that?
What?
What happened
I was
with
front
the
and center with
What's
that.
What's the big thing about the jersey?
I think it was more so like.
We'll talk about that in a second. Whoa. We're going into way more stuff. Hold on.
Jeremy thirsty.
Pause.
Jeremy
is thirsty, man. Let the viewers get on for a second, man. He's right into this. All right, we're going to kick off the show. Screw the viewers. I love you guys. Okay. We are live here for the Comish Podcast. Another episode in the books into our spring season. We're starting this one off with our Elite Allstar Sunday action. We're going to hit out right out the gates, and then towards the end of the show, we will talk about this week 5, going right into it. We're going to have a little juicy right here first talk. Looks like MJ popped off from Next Level real quick, but let's talk about these games that we saw this past weekend. The weather, holy cow, the weather.
Yeah, it was a rough one. Cold and rainy. Definitely was. And
then we had the delays and then the back and forth. It definitely was a weekend to remember, to say the least, especially one very first for the in-season tournament. Talking about the first in-season tournament, before we even continue, let's give a shout out to our winners of the in-season tournament. Metal Militia for winning Rec, Next Level for winning Comp, and New Wave for winning Elite. Thank you guys for coming out, balling out. Congratulations on winning. And we're about to talk about their path into that championship right now. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Rec. We'll go at the end. We're starting off with Elite. Let's talk about that first matchup. And we had 4TF New Wave. That got it chirpy right off the gate for you guys. You guys had the delay with everything from early in the day, and we'll talk about Rec and Comp right after. We're trying to get in because Dom has to go to his game. But what happened that first game?
First game, 4TF New Wave, obviously rival game. You know, the talk was there. Last game in the season before the in-season tournament, 4TF came out on top 8-0, which led to a lot of obviously talking in the chats and teams
Talking out
doing
of
things.
pocket.
Too much woofing.
Too much
wolfing,
wolf.
not
There
enough
was a
packing.
lot of talk going back
Too
and forth.
much
There was
shark
some,
cooking and VG smoking blunts and broken hammers.
there was those pictures. They touched some feelings and some made some message boards, I believe. And there was some bets thrown out there, some money that was supposed to be thrown out there, never really successfully done. But this is flag football. We all know
Why
those
though?
bets don't go
Why was
nowhere.
it thrown out there?
See the video.
No.
I don't know. I
Don't
didn't
say
throw out the
flag
bets.
football. Don't say flag football. Don't move
Yeah,
it.
it's flag football bets, or just collecting in period. I guess you would say, right?
Or phone TF and company bets.
4TF and company bets.
We could charge it to
Who's
you
the
guys just
betters?
not as a team.
I mean the
Huh?
dictator and the best
The
Speak
guy,
on it. Who
the
is
guy
it? Who
behind
is it? Because I
Dom.
mean, we all want to hear. You can
Are
say.
we talking about
name.
the guy behind Dom?
Is that who it is?
behind Dom is crazy.
Hey, you see that jersey he wearing?
That New Wave Blue.
He won a real championship that day. He ain't won one since.
I don't know if that's true, but
Indiana? Don't
I
say
mean, that is a
that's
championship, though.
That's not a real one.
He won a comp too, right? I think for just Northfield. It's still a championship. I mean, he won
Oh
championships.
my God, no.
But I ain't gonna speak for himself. You want him to come on here, you tag him. Maybe he'll
I
come on
tagged
here.
him. He hasn't talked to me.
Dante has never came on this show.
I've tagged
No, he's a man of
like 7
few
times.
words, as some would say,
Come on the
or no
podcast.
words, as most would say.
Anyways, let's just move on. Yeah, we whooped 4TF's ass. We didn't have a kicker all day. We would have had more points, but we didn't. I gave Dante the ball. I gave him a handoff after half. They still couldn't capitalize. Our defense shut them down. It's just simple.
Yeah, defense shut down the offense, and they won by 5 points, 13-8. As usual. I guess it's as usual, but that didn't happen last time. And then we do see them one more time before the season even starts.
The touchdown, he was 3 yards short. He rolled into it.
And then I think Vegas, we might see them too down there.
Bro,
so
you guys are
it's gonna be a couple times that we see them before.
I think y'all messed up, Jeremy. I think
Jeremy,
4TF messed up by letting New Wave getting their mojo back.
Yeah, it fucked up.
I don't know. Yeah, someone said that y'all fell off. I think that was the.
We never fell off. Everybody just feed.
We were 4-2 with the same record falling off.
People just feed into the antics that we like to pull with each other, but we just use that as motivation, though. People always think New Wave fall off, but that's not the case. We just like a little drama. That's all.
Little drama.
We're young.
Makes the wheels run. Is that what you're saying? You're young, exactly. I definitely noticed that about the young generation. They like to spread their own rumors and start stuff, and then be like, "Nah, it was nothing. It was nothing."
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, we create drama within ourselves to motivate each other more than the outsiders. More than the outsiders. Like, the outsiders are just extra noise. Like, shit that we love and we cater to because we love making a lot of sad faces.
Hey,
should be, right?
Real quick, before we continue, just so everyone knows that there's a reason why we're talking about that later in the show. So stay tuned for that. We're just getting through Elite right now. We'll get to that. They
want to talk about the rec and stuff.
We got a lot
about the rec right now.
They want to talk about what happened in the rec
All-Stars. Hey man, Rex called out. Don't talk shit.
We'll get through Elite. So
just wait.
4TF lost. New Wave won. They won.
Once we do Elite first for one show, and these people lose their damn minds in the comments.
We had to move Elite. Dom had the basketball game. He wanted to get on. He wanted to say what he wanted to say.
He's not as chirpy as I thought he would be, though. I think he's trying to compel himself because it's public.
I'm letting Jeremy go first. I heard 4TF's got some shit going on, so I'm just letting that go first.
They got what going on?
I heard 4TF got some shit going on, so I'm just letting that happen first.
Yeah, I guess they do. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about.
Did we almost break up 4TF or no? We ain't there yet.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just asking.
No, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I mean, I don't have an answer for you. If that's what you're asking me. My answer would be no. I mean, they're still there. Chat's still there. We're still talking. We got hammered this week, so I'm not sure exactly how that would be breaking them up. But, I mean, like I said, you guys can think like that. We see you in a couple weeks, don't we?
Yeah. Is that same 1,000 going to be there, or are we going to tuck our tail again?
Oh, see, I don't put money on the games, man. I got a family, dog. I like to let them eat
Don't you want to
first. You know what I'm
support
saying?
them?
This is recreational football for me. I gotta collect from grown ass
Don't say
men.
it's recreational football.
It
It's
is
like extreme
Dom.
nothing.
In
Get
the
the
end,
top of
let me
your
tell you
lungs.
something.
The
Hey,
top
let
of
me tell
your
you.
lungs.
No, Jeremy, you're a competitor. You can't say that.
I'm always competitive. That's competitive nature, bro. I'm also competitive at golf and bowling as well, but that's an individual sport, right? So I'm a competitive person. That's never going to change, whether I'm on 40F or anywhere else, right? That's just competitive nature. So that's then, but it is still rec. We still got to pay. Like we ain't
ask you a question, Jeremy?
getting enough money to make our pockets any fucking heavier. You know what I mean? Like they're a lot lighter after fucking football. They're not heavier.
Jeremy.
Not a lot of people are making money off this.
Understandable.
You know what I'm saying? Like even the teams, even like New Wave, you guys winning these things, you guys won money towards the next season, which is great. It's gonna help y'all easier to collect, which I know is a hard fucking thing to do. But like I said, that's
for all of us.
They already paid for their tournament.
everybody. Everything's that fucking way. I mean, you got, like I said, this 4TF New Wave thing. It's like it's like Death Row versus fucking Bad Boy over here. You got the Dom Diddy, and then you got the Tay Knight. And I really believe y'all
That is
are
true. Phantoms did make 16.
exactly to that standard.
But people
too.
do not realize that
I
the
mean,
more y'all
Phantoms did
talk to
make
them, it's bad.
16K though.
What's
That
up?
is true. Phantoms did make 16K in a season.
And they got some badass jerseys. Like, that's like a waste of money.
Yeah, you
But
ain't wrong.
I mean, to each your own. Like I said, it's cool. But yeah, I mean, it is recreational. It's recreational football. What is it, Jordan Dean? If it's not recreational, is this professional? Are you paying to play? Like, do you give Tony any money at all? I'm just asking because if you got to pay like to buy your ticket to go somewhere, or pay for hotels and shit like that, that's recreational football because you paying for that shit. Ain't
You don't
nobody
pay
else
for any of
paying
those
for it.
players?
What's up?
You don't pay for any of those players' ways?
No, I don't. I ain't gonna lie, Dom. You can check. I can show you receipts.
Hey, are you a captain on 4TF?
Not right now. I'm like a
Whoa.
spokesperson, you would say,
What
right?
do you mean?
Like a spokesperson.
Wait.
damn,
I agree with Dom on this. I did not know this.
I don't
What,
know.
the
He's always at the
captain
coin toss. Usually it's a captain.
I thought you were the captain.
I might be still at the coin toss and stuff like that.
How are you not a captain of it?
Wait, Jeremy, what? Well, you not what?
Wait, so
Nah, he's just trying to
this is
avoid
breaking news
I'm
to
like
me
a
because
spokesperson.
breaking news.
so
Hold on,
who's
go
the
ahead,
actual
Jeremy.
captain?
You got the flow, Jeremy. What's going on?
I'm not the captain. I'm not a captain
Why?
of 4TF. I mean, I don't know.
No explanation to why you're not a captain?
I think maybe I yell at Dom too much. I think Dom, maybe that would have been yours. I think that's what it is. Maybe I yell at you too much. I'm a little loud for some people.
I thought you was the voice.
No, not the voice, not the hero. I'm just another person. Right now, I'm a spokesperson for him. So that's what I'm doing. I mean, what more you guys?
I mean, in reality,
more than
he's moving into
Dom,
the league
I
role
think
more
our
than
mission
anything.
was
If you think
accomplished,
about it.
Dom.
It makes sense. I mean, he's been moving into the podcast more, doing more broadcasting, getting away from that bias standpoint as much as he could.
Yeah.
Giuseppe's trying to defend the shit out of you right now.
What's up?
Giuseppe's trying to save you right now.
Save me from what? See, so it's crazy is, you guys, and no disrespect.
I honestly, bro, I didn't. We didn't know.
Yeah, I know it's crazy that Dom and like Keon knew before a lot of people. So I mean, it's cool.
Yeah,
like I know how.
time?
I know how because I know.
You've just been silent over there, Keon.
But like I said,
What?
the way that this looks at
I'm
it
just here to
is
have conversation.
the way that it looks at it is right now is you guys are like almost in our chat before we are. You know what I mean? But I mean, we still there. What more we want me to say?
There's a lot of feet in and out that chat right now.
I just think, like, to be honest with you, it's hard. It's easy to. I'm trying to say that in the most humblest way, but it's easy to defend OTF. It's two things that we did as a defense, and we accomplished both. You minimize Tay, and you keep Byron in the pocket. What else? He don't trust nobody else.
Hey, yo,
So
I
when
got
the
June
trust,
on the line.
so when the trust not there, you make it easy for
Go
us.
ahead, June.
I didn't rush. If you watch film for real.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. I saw when
Y'all
you did rush.
and one thing in it, y'all let
I
Dom do.
watch film just like the other people. I watch a lot of film. I know exactly.
Y'all let
Hey,
Dom
what
get
bro on
his
the phone
mojo
saying?
back.
Nah, bro.
What bro on the phone saying?
Tell him to get out the phone. Give him the link.
That was June on the line. He was telling everyone to go register for UFFL. It's only $25 right now to register for save your spot for national.
Y'all messed up letting Dom get his mojo back because
you hear me?
Don't let us win NFE. Don't let us win NFE. Are we
long ways away?
We're really not a long ways away.
Long ways away.
Really
All I gotta say is this.
All bullshit aside, y'all think that, like, for real talk, because y'all won the in-season tournament, y'all think that, like, you guys got this for sure?
We feel great.
I saw Rose put out the wager out there, so I know y'all feeling yourselves really good after a weekend.
I understand why. Look at the teams that were in there. The only other team really worried about was Phantoms.
Wait, so why?
And now you're not worried about them right now.
So Hammer wasn't supposed to be.
You guys aren't
even
even to consider. Like, you guys aren't even in the running.
What'd you say, Dom? I didn't hear that.
You guys aren't even in the running for us being worried.
Okay. So we play y'all.
I'm not being an asshole. You know, I'm just telling you. You want me to be honest with you?
I didn't say. Did I get mad?
No, I'm just letting you know.
I just think it's.
We having a conversation. I'm cool. Opinions are opinions, man. Come on now. I don't care about people's opinions.
We didn't even have our full D line there, and it was me and Bo had an impact more.
You guys had Chulo ejected, and we still moved. Well, come on.
We didn't have Chulo ejected.
Oh no! T-Man said that Chulo can play, and Tay said, "Hell no, no."
But hold on.
They were gonna let him play.
There was a lot of confusion.
We get lost. Why did Chulo get
a lot of confusion because these refs don't know what the fuck they're talking about with these calls.
Okay, so
if you look back at the film, you see him lowering his shoulder, which is
the first one I can agree with, but the second one is iffy though.
He's at the hips, dude.
Because in Nationals, I don't think they calling that.
No, I got laid out Nationals, not a single call. Move on.
The first one, yes. The first one,
$25 right now.
The first one, yes, I understand, but the second one, that's questionable because they gonna let that happen in Nationals.
If you're at the hips, it's all right.
And we trying to make flags something like how it is when it comes Nationals. Then why not let
Nationals?
We're looking at it soft. That's what we are. Chicago soft.
After Nationals, did you guys not kind of like have to go back to the drawing board a little bit, or just
no? We can go to the film that happened this Sunday. Dom got hit worse than what Byron got hit by Chulo, and no flag was called on Samad.
Gino tried to get swole with me, and nothing happened. They called no flag.
And his flags didn't come off.
Nope.
And when New Wave complained, we bitching, but it's not the case. It's the fact that.
But first of all, you got after that incident with Chulo, did you guys quote unquote not tell the refs, let us play more?
Yes, but Dom did.
When they made that adjustment though, mid-season, now you're complaining about it, saying that he got hit.
But why not make it from the jump? But why not make it even from the jump?
Because you know what? You know what? Sometimes to the ref's discretion, it's to the ref's discretion on that play to make that call. And in his visual eyes, that was it. But that's it.
Okay.
But if you guys are complaining to the refs and the refs make that adjustment and that pivot, okay, you know, maybe we were.
So can that be talked about at the coin toss?
Of course.
So let's do that. Let's start there. So then we know that we're gonna let each other ball.
But you got to understand though, is that in the recent weeks, guys have been complaining that the hits have been too much. Then everyone started complaining, bro.
Who complaining?
So what's the point of contact then? So what's the point of contact?
Says that
please,
bro.
Because we might as well play two in touch.
We had a whole conversation about this couple of podcasts.
Our league is not physical.
I'm about to say, whoever's scared
it's not.
We need to be physical though.
The thing is, I feel like
that's for sure. That's some
sorry shit.
I mean, still more physical than other leagues.
Yeah, I understand. I respect that, but I'm saying though, like we need to let each other play ball. Like we did have contact, not to the extreme of tackling somebody and the flag's not coming off, but let's play ball.
Well, then everyone has to feel that way. That's all I gotta say, because people have strong feelings and other
Shit, Tate got his ass ran over and sat there and looked crazy. Like, shit, I took it. We ain't cry for a call.
That's a ball player.
But when Dom get hit, he don't get his calls. But anybody else get hit, it's an automatic flag.
There ain't no way you can fight in T-Man's league and be good.
No, you can't. They got suspended for fighting outside of the league too. There should be no fighting. We're just saying when people go at the hips and it's a small quarterback, they just call a flag for no reason. Listen, I get hit, it's whatever. But Gino tried to lower his shoulder and no call. I don't care. You can watch film. I walked off, but it's the same shit every time with us. We had 2 touchdowns taken away that day. Is what it is.
It's just what's the point? It's just what's the point of including contact into flag football if we're not gonna allow it to happen?
We almost caught another flag. Thank God they picked it up because the quarterback jumped for Hammer and spun into Ryan.
I'm glad they waived that because that would have been a real bad call. But like, establish the fact of contact. Yeah, but you gotta understand it's contact at the end of the day. So why not just allow it? Like I understand if it's aggressive and it's just
because some people want to go to work the next day, so people they feel
shit.
that
I was sore as hell the next day. It didn't stop me from understanding that I knew what I was getting myself into on Sunday. So why go?
I'm just saying, your peers out there are the ones that have been complaining. So you know what? We make adjustments. We go from there.
Same peers that doesn't have tone reference the games. Is that what we're talking about?
They say it's 14.
That's another thing that's a disservice. Why don't we have tone at all the games in the league?
Because the best teams in the division.
They think he biased a new wave.
Correct.
And that ain't got shit to do with it.
Hey, Jeremy, take over the show real quick. I gotta answer this call. Hold on.
So forever, teams would say that there's bias among refs, and no change would ever happen.
There could be that because some respect teams, some refs respect teams more than others.
And that's crazy because Tony played on multiple teams. He's not just played on New Wave. So it just makes no sense how he can be biased just because the last team he played on was New Wave. The man makes the right calls. The man will even talk to you with respect and not give you a cold shoulder or tell you to go F yourself or talk to somebody else. So I don't understand how
we will be straight up with you right now, and Dom can vouch. We have no contact with Tone outside of seeing him on Sundays.
And I think Tone will be a great one. I mean,
for what it's worth, outside of us playing ball with him. So it's not like we.
But you know what? The other divisions want him just as much as you guys do, and I think
Elite gets priority on the best refs. We're tired of this. I heard refs that you have repping right now literally say stupid shit where he pissed me off, so he's screwed for the rest of the game. Or I did this on purpose because I remember him calling me out of my name. Like, no.
Self-sabotage.
Who pays more? Who pays more money? Like,
well, you guys also get a bigger payout.
Well, I just think, like I said, I think you have the best. You should have the best refs up at Elite. Tone knows the game. He's been around the game. He's played with all these guys in the Elite. You say biased, but he is friends with everybody in the game. I've never seen him biased. I've seen him ref a bunch of games. I haven't.
And I want to answer your comment how you were saying about that because we're trying to make a change, but we got to also realize something. Also, when we have good refs like Tone. Sometimes it's hard to keep all of our good refs at one field as well. Especially when we have new guys coming in. Elite has priority of the good ones already.
The best one is Tone. We're all telling you right now, you're fighting it.
Not like fighting it at all. Because now you're saying you think I'm against Tone, but I also had Tone just
flipping the ball. Tone is good in terms of understanding what contact is allowed and what contact isn't.
Right.
And he knows rules.
And he's going to give you an explanation that makes sense instead of an explanation where you're like, what the fuck did you just say?
And it's no knock to the other refs because we go up to the refs and they give us explanation when we decide to listen. But it's just, at the end of the day, Tone being there is because he played in it. So he knows what can be allowed and what can't be. So the bias shit is out the window because, like, us as New Wave don't talk to Tone as much. Us as a team, I can't say individually, but us as a team don't talk to Tone, knowing that he about to ref before the game. Like, hey, let this go. Like, it's not like that.
Tone's out there to make money at the end of the day. I don't understand.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so.
But it's just soft. The league just needs to be, 100% across the board. If you're gonna allow something, allow it. Don't just make it towards one team feeling some type of way. Because that's how we felt on Sunday. Although we fought through adversity and got it done.
1 week you guys like one ref, 1 week you guys don't like the rest. I understand you want Tone back. I agree with it, but at the same time, when you have majority of the teams in the out of the 8 teams make a comment about it. As an owner, you make adjustments and see what works and replace. And if you have to move stuff back around, you do that. It's called making adjustments in your league. So as well as I'm having them in lower, because the lower teams love them just as much as I understand the top refs, but you also got to understand where we're at. We're at the end of the day, it's about having the best refs at the playoffs.
Yeah,
altogether. Understandable.
So right now during the regular season, though, I got to make sure that I cover my league across the board too. Yeah. I can't just always stick all the best refs at one field.
But you also, you also know what's best for your league as well. Like our opinions matter to a certain extent, but in terms of what refs is best and what's best in certain situations, you just put them in that situation. Like tone is great for a league. Like we telling you that we understand.
I know that. I know that. I think Tone is a great
he's a great ref.
He is a big part of the future of our Northfield ref crew moving forward, and he knows that. I've told him that. Same reason why I had him ref 8 games on Sunday. He had the most games out of all the other refs. Because I know that. We know where our core is building. We know some of our guys are fading out. They're looking at other opportunities. We're bringing new guys in. There's when I tell you, you're going to see a complete altercation of the ref core within the next year or two, because you're going to see a lot of those older guys fading away or doing other things because we're moving to a different style. And that's just the way it goes. And that's over time, ref crews changed. Jeremy, you can vouch for this. Over the years, how many times have you seen a group of refs stay together for a long time and then they shift on and now the next group's going?
But I've seen these refs for a long time.
They have been there a long time.
I was going to say, man,
they've been majority of the years of Northfield, but you get what I mean.
Okay, so is Tone going to ref the elite playoffs, or is that not allowed?
Well,
I think it should be allowed.
Honestly, here's my truth. My plan is to talk to the teams and say, hey, guys, based on our season and all the different refs that we had in our division, which ones would you guys like to have on Championship Sunday?
Or you say, stop being a bunch of pussies and we're keeping Tone.
And it's just simple as that. We have the opportunity where some refs some season are on the top of their game, some refs are not. And now we kind of have that factor going into it, and we're going to do that.
So in terms of the refs, like my thing is like, are we preparing for the greater picture for each league that we're doing? Like in terms of preparing for nationals. So like, are we looking at what is being allowed in nationals and trying to allow it now in the league so we get comfortable every team?
In terms of what contact
is being done.
We have been trying to incorporate that. We've
explain the taunting, because I'm confused, because I next week, the following week that it happened to us, it happened to another team doing it, and
Corey pointed at 2 people, and not.
And when you look back at the video, and none of the refs were paying attention to that.
How are you not?
But why is it like that though?
Because there was a flag on the play. They turned the whole back. Well, now they're focusing on their objective to assess the penalty and the penalty on hand.
Okay, so what if?
So it's hard to catch everything. Yours was in midfield, running into the end zone.
So there's 3 refs. So why is each 3?
And what if he pitched the ball and another team caught it and scored? Then that penalty that was holding is declined and it's a touchdown, but they didn't see it.
There was no one over there.
So why is it not? Why are they not communicating what's supposed to be in watched at what? Like if you're the back judge, if a penalty happened to the back judge, you can be watching that, and the other 2 should be watching what's happening.
So Keon, I'll be honest with you, have you refed at the field before?
No, I've asked.
Okay, Dom has, and he can tell you when you're out there. Sometimes you got people asking you questions. You're trying to understand where you're at on the field. You're trying to be, okay, so if we have the back ref, you're trying to understand what the penalty is, communicate to the other refs.
He should be watching that, though. But his job isn't that.
So his job's to watch that guy that the play's already blown dead, getting called back.
It wasn't blown dead yet. It's a holding call.
It was.
No, if it's a holding call, it's not blown dead. The play still goes.
You guys were in the end zone. There was no defenders around you in that video. Look back at the video.
Players need to just focus on playing the game and stop worrying about the refs, bro. Like, I don't understand why there even needs to be discussions about what the refs.
I mean, we fought adversity both games, regardless.
In a game for taunting when you're walking in the end zone, that's.
But I'm saying, bro, I'm listening to y'all, and y'all ain't talking about nothing for real as far as refs, bro. Like, I guarantee you, if either one of you guys refed one single elite ref game, I have this conversation right now, bro. Like,
I know what they deal with, because I joke with the refs all the time. I joke with the refs all the time about how it go. So I understand. But at some point, it do be feeling like we don't get certain calls because of who we are. And I get we complain 24/7. It's just new wave. It's just new wave. People don't understand.
Okay,
it's just
I don't
new
even
wave.
care about the whole new wave thing. I just want these refs to stop the bullshit.
But the refs don't be calling everything the same way though. Like it don't. It be clear as day. Like Chulo, real life, his first one was cool, but the second one was like, come on, bro. Dom get hit like we watch Dom get hit like that all the time. And we yell at him for complaining about it, but in real life, they do be trying to kill him, and it don't be called.
Calls are gonna. Y'all gonna say, man, calls is gonna go both ways no matter what team you on. It's gonna look like that when you the only motherfucker getting calls on your team. But at the end of the day, every team is gonna get bad calls on both sides of the ball. There ain't nothing you can do about it. You feel me? The refs are gonna do the best that they can. The only thing that you should be worried about is just playing ball. If you focus on the refs, you're not focused on playing ball. That means you're not trying to win. You've only.
I mean, we did that. If we would have focused on the ref, we would have lost.
I don't know what he was.
I'm gonna say we complain about them. Shit. We complain a lot, but we get it done. Like we did this weekend.
I'm just asking the refs don't call stupid shit. Corey should not have gotten a flag and he didn't. Anyways, let's move on. Hammer. Yeah.
Please let's move on. Shit.
Yeah, he wants to get to the little rec championship.
Yeah, because what I'm hearing is he wants to get to talk about next levels in the comp.
I want to talk about something that ain't refereed, bro.
So you guys move up so we can bust their ass too again.
So yeah.
Hold on, what you say?
Yeah, say it again, Dom.
Move up so we can come bust their ass again.
All right, man. Ask your teammate about me.
Ask what, bro? Ask about our national.
Wait, who is you?
We beat next level.
This MJ gang. This MJ.
I don't even know about the game. My fault.
Oh, you don't remember when I was sacking your ass in TFL? Don't do that.
Bro, you sacking me in TFL.
I had a field day in TFL,
yeah,
bro.
Don't play with me. I drop these bitches in the chat.
I mean, I
drop these bitches in the chat. Yeah, don't do that.
I will be 100.
Wait, what are you gonna drop in the chat? Video?
I did ask you. No, I did ask that man to come play because you are a hell of an athlete. I would never speak bad on anybody that I've tried to come up on the way. So let's not do that.
No, I was talking about the from the game.
I don't care.
But
I mean, I can show you better than I can tell you, big dog. That's
I think I beat 500 though.
Come play. Come move up.
Yeah. No. When I played y'all with 500, but I ain't with them no more. Game. I'm back home with Earn Vision.
Oh, I'm not worried.
But
about
right now we on Northfield, man. We gonna talk about TFL. We on Northfield, man. Let's get to this.
We on Northfield. We bust Hammer ass, but they say we only bust their ass.
All right. Let's pull this back in for a second. So I don't know where the hell we got one on that rant, but moral of the story is I get your guys' opinions. I hear ya. We're adjusting. I hear ya. That's the least to say about that. We're talking about congratulations, New Wave. They did their shit. We have a lot more content and videos coming out.
Good shit, New Wave. Good shit.
Congratulations for being the first winner for Elite. Talk about comp since we got MJ on here. What happened with New Wave Hammer? Oh, this Jersey Gate?
No, he's talking about he's talking about what happened in the game. The game.
Yeah. It was a Jersey Gate.
The Jersey Gate? Is that what you're calling this game?
We're talking about the argument.
The Jersey Gate.
Okay, let's go back to this. What happened with the jersey?
If we say we're red, our jerseys, you know what color our jerseys are. And we're the number one seed. Hold on, Jeremy, I have a question. How many times have you played and you're the number one seed at any level and you've made a team switch sides and jerseys? You're the number one seed. You do that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's not one or the other. When has that shit ever become a fucking thing? Number one. We want to be white and they're black and they're all white. Take all your shit off and go black and switch sides while you're at it.
Right. That's exactly how that goes, yes.
Bro, since when has this shit changed? And what do? We switch sides for them, and then they still want to give a jersey issue.
The jersey argument was dumb as hell because we all know light and dark, and they have black jerseys.
So everyone understands Hammer wanted to wear black when New Age jersey was red and black. And that's how
our jersey color. Why are we playing stupid? Nick George ain't here no more. Shit don't run like that.
And they old as hell, been in the league for 35 years, and they still don't understand.
Hey, I was like, where the hell they pop out all those jerseys though?
I was so blown. The old ones are better.
Yeah. So they wanted to wear black. You got to wear red. So what happened? You guys changed?
They made them change because you got to go light. If we're dark, you got to go light.
Okay.
Honestly, we should do that. We should try to make sure everyone has a different color in the league. I feel like it would make so much easier.
Everyone,
It's
if you're
crazy
lower
because
seed, you should bring
ain't
all
y'all
jerseys
supposed to communicate that shit through the chat before the game and establish who wearing what though?
We did, yes. And being
Well,
a
let's
lower
go
seed,
into that
jerseys.
game. Let's talk a little bit about that game. You guys came out on top 12-0. But do you feel like that game was a little bit closer than what it says? I mean, it looked like it was back and forth for a little bit. You guys went down and scored. I believe you scored one time and it got called back, correct?
Yeah, you know, Jeremy, we scored.
And then you guys scored again.
We ran the same play right back for them. Same play, scored again. G killed their ass. And then if you watch the video, 2 people got pancaked as well. Pancaked.
Yeah. It's just Rob or whatever dude's name was some shit. He asked Rose 2 plays prior to getting bullied before the first touchdown. He said, "Who is this guy?" And we say, "You finna find out." And then G scores and he get bullied, he get mad. Now he wanna wrestle with Rose at the bottom, which is the wrong person to wrestle with.
And then
he ran the same play.
Someone was wrestling on WrestleMania night?
Yeah, and Dez just don't understand how to just stay back. He always want to be top flight security. But we ran the same play and the same result happened.
We just didn't have our kicker either, so like we had to go for 2 and stuff. It should have been 16-0, and I threw one dumb pick at the end when I could have just ran it
in. Nothing to be said about that game. You guys handled that game.
Yeah,
how do you feel like if they had Tap, you think it's a different game, or do you guys feel
absolutely. The Brett's good. Brett, don't get me wrong, he's just young, bro.
Brett is good. Brett actually showed his skills this week. He showed that he can move with the ball. He could throw the ball as well.
Bitch.
He had a couple drops by some receivers that were pretty big. That would have been big catches if he completes them. But
I just think being young, you just had like as a defense, we just tried to throw different shit at him, and understanding that he used his legs a lot against VGs. So you want to do your best is just trying to keep him in the pocket and make him just not try to read as much. Because his first read, once you kill his first read, which, it's no knock to him, but he's just young and he knew the flag that after his first read, he kind of in scramble mode.
He didn't see a first read window at all. He was too busy trying to deal with the rush.
So
it's no crazy. Knock to him. He's actually really young too, so he's playing up in the league.
He might have been better on 4TL. My bad.
Who knows? Maybe, right? But like I said, he's getting that work for Hammer right now, and he's getting some good work against Elite. And he's not playing down; he's playing up. So he's going to be something to watch for the next couple of years to come.
No, I definitely think it's going to be interesting to see how he develops with that team.
Will he stay with Hammer and develop with Hammer? I don't know.
I think it's best for him to do that.
Why not? He plays with the OGs and TFL.
Where else can he go? Like to that his play style will fit.
He's a young dude. He could maybe even build his own team.
And that's a big O line for him too. So that's really good production.
Yeah, but that O line is not the same O line either. And they got guys on both.
And like we said,
with them all season.
I was gonna say there are a lot of older guys on that team as well.
That's true. Well, that was the end result. That win for you guys, 12-0. I was a little bit surprised about that, but
congratulations,
man.
you guys!
What were you surprised about?
Elite.
I thought it was going to be a one-score game. I didn't think it was going to be. I know, basically, I thought it would be like a 7-6 game. Like,
you
Hammer won spread.
BJ had a field day against Hammer. You ain't lying.
Not yet. No, BJ was just being BJ.
Get a busting video shows it all.
But you can't disrespect my boy Smiddle though. My boy Smiddle had a field day.
He did. He had that nice ass pick. I told him after the game.
Defensive MVP
first game. That was a nasty pick. That ball was not. I don't know if he didn't see it to the last second or what, but he grabbed that shit like he was Spider-Man. It's crazy.
People come at our defense because of the MP score, but like our defense tough as hell. Like it's a lot of people that understand. Yeah, like John is very smart in terms of understanding football and concepts and what to run at the right times. Our D-line in terms of Ryan Guerrero, so we had to drag him back to even come back for spring itself. But him, BJ, we still was missing some D-line, but Chulo willing to get down in the trenches and me doing that shit is just our defense gonna always be solid, and our offense is starting to click, and that's the scary part. Like our offense still ain't reach its potential yet, and we
And
do
our
it for the greater
defense can't
picture.
catch.
Our defense can catch. Like we missing a
That
lot of
shit pisses me
opportunities
off.
in terms of like pick sixes. Like we missed shit that like as a defense ourselves is points that can be added to make it easier for our offense. And shit, we good right now.
Shit, if
I
you'd
ain't
have
gonna
seen
lie.
that pick by Schmidl, you wouldn't have said that. That motherfucker, I'm telling
Oh,
you,
I saw
I
it.
don't
The
even know
camera
how he
guy,
caught that
the
shit. I
camera
don't.
guy literally was in the way, and he like moved his camera because he almost got hit by it. I was so mad. I was like, "Oh man, we almost got that on tape." Would have been cold.
But elite is elite. So we never know what's gonna happen come playoffs. So we gotta have fun with it while we can.
Facts. But let's talk about the comp division. We had a big delay during comp during Allstar Sunday that ended up causing us to cancel 2 All-Star games and postpone them to a further date. We're trying to figure out that still. But man, that I was Dirty Birds beat the Warriors after a big delay in their game at halftime. Next Level beat Death Row, and it was kind of the shocker was the Dirty Birds Warriors one. I think a lot of people were predicting the Next Level Death Row one.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened. The rain delays, maybe that kind of hurt them, but it was 24-0 before the rain delays.
It was a yeah, it was 24-6 at the rain delay at halftime. It literally
I
went
heard
off
with like very limited offensive plays. It was like that quick. Couple pick sixes, right? Is that what I heard?
It was very quick. But they just did what they did and then came out afterwards. And I will say that was probably the longest delay we've ever had in a long time with the league. I don't think we've ever delayed it that long. They pushed it back a lot of time, but they came back and they tried fighting back with it. They just weren't unable to be successful. And Dirty Birds went onto the ship. Unfortunately, Dino did break his fingers again during the game. So
yeah, I saw that. He actually walked up to me before they started.
He popped up. He came over to the tent. He like not the tent, but yeah, the tent in the box. He goes, "Do we have like a medic or something?" And his fingers just like that. I'm like, "Bro," and he just and then went on with his day, and he just stood there. And I was like, "All right, I guess you're sticking around." But there were some injuries here and there throughout this weekend.
Yeah, he was actually he came up to me, like I said before they started that game, and wanted to say that, look at the scoreboard, nobody gives them any props and gives them the respect. He thinks that everyone overlooks them, and they're a team that needs to be looked out for, and they kind of proved it. I know Warriors. I talked to Mark from Warriors, and he said a lot of guys, especially after those rain delays, they lost a lot of guys too.
Yeah.
So even a comeback, trying to put a comeback after that and rally was hard for them. But yeah, Dirty Birds definitely stepped up and proved that they were there to not mess around and try to. They went up against Next Level, who I said, and I've been maintaining that Next Level has probably had one of the best off seasons into the spring too. With gelling as their team and getting better each game. So they did what they had to do. Warriors stumbled a little bit, but hats off to Dirty Birds.
Yeah, man. I mean, they definitely came to play. I don't doubt that the rain delay had a factor on the games. I kind of even coming out, I think Dirty Birds came out, and then it's just like getting back. I mean, you were sitting for that long period of time, trying to stay warm. You're already wet. I feel like Next Level, they were able to game plan a little bit. I will say that. I mean, I think it worked to their advantage on the weekend, and it's just unfortunate. But hey, I'm just happy we got the rest of those games in, because right after that, we didn't see much rain afterwards. But that game had a good amount of rain in it. I will say that. I give it to those guys. They played their hearts out in those conditions and came back, and they stuck around. So I can't say anything more as an owner, as a commissioner, than I appreciate that. As those players stuck around and they stuck with it, and we got the game underway. And then the championship between Next Level and Dirty Birds. I mean, Next Level showed up this weekend. They, like they were saying they were injured and all that, but they
Next
came
level
out
should
and
be
they
in
played.
It should be an elite. Next level should be an elite.
Well, Michael, you want to speak on that since you're Next Level?
Okay, yeah. So, if I'm correct, we got like a 30-man roster, and only 17 guys are even healthy, and even then, it's only like
So you don't think you can compete with
13
Dinos?
guys. It's only oh shit.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, I think that was. I couldn't see who the fuck that was. That was pretty bad.
I bet you that's Dom. Sound like a gremlin.
You don't think you can compete with some of the teams in NFE? I'm not saying like. I just feel like it looked too easy for y'all. I ain't trying to boost y'all at the same time, but
this
like,
is like
I
the
just
first
feel
show
like,
where like no one's on cameras.
my bad, It's me.
I'm like, it's throwing me out. I'm like trying to like figure it out. You see the little
I'm just doing something right now, so I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
As far as that goes, I say that I do believe that Next Level has a near future in Elite, and this is my first season with Next Level at all, other than off season. So I honestly can see already, and we only 4 weeks in. I already see that they have a chance to not only make it in Elite, but even get to the Final Four, and even actually to possibly take it all the way, as long as the core is there and they just stay strong doing whatever they're doing. Man, they got some pretty solid guys over there, some good leaders. They listen to each other, and they've known each other for a long time. So it's not just about the talent; it's about having a good core, and they got that to a T, if you ask me. So I definitely see Next Level competing in Elite for sure.
Okay, and I mean, I know
I ain't seen much of y'all. I just had to ask the question because
yeah, that's down for sure.
All right, I'm kicking your ass out.
That's down for sure.
Yeah, I ain't seen much of y'all. I just had to be the one to ask the question, though.
No, you good, bro. But yeah, man, we definitely I wouldn't mind playing the league, man. You know what I'm saying? I see the I see the competition difference for sure. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I would love to be a part of that.
It's just like what's y'all end goal and what y'all trying to accomplish for the greater picture. I know a lot of people in NFE itself is just trying
Keon,
to
you fucking
improve.
killing it right now, bro. You're trying to steal the show.
My bad. Just improve for what come in 2025 for nationals, but you know, at the same time, it's just what are y'all doing in comp?
So right now we're just taking everything 1 week at a time. So right now our main goal is going against Senators. You know what I'm saying? We can't take any team lightly in comp, no matter how somebody may feel or how even the majority of the audience feels. You can't take any team in comp lightly. That's how you easily get beat and upset, and then you get talked about on the shit talking page. You know what I'm saying? So they got to definitely take each game in accountability and take it with a grain of salt. Like, hey, you can never underestimate your opponent, or that's the easiest way to lose, at least in my opinion. But right now we're just focused on Senators.
Well, you guys are talking about Elite, right? Focus on comp real quick, because these teams in comp that Next Level is playing, a good amount of them, such as the Dirty Birds in their championship game, only lost by 1 score. So I think there's a lot of teams in that question in general right now that, hey, they're right there on that cusp. They're competing. And I think whoever it is, the final games this past weekend showed it. I think the weather played a huge factor in outcomes, not going to lie. But you also got a Death Row Warriors game that's about to kick off first week back.
And I'm definitely going to look at that. I'm definitely going to look at that.
There's a lot of stuff going out there, because you can't compare past seasons or whatever the case may be, because guys rebuilt. From my knowledge, when Next Level went to Elite and then they dropped back down, it's because they're rebuilded. And then they decided as a group, as a team, to win it out before they moved up again. And, you got to respect some of it, because BA did the same thing. SA did the same thing when they were here. It's just kind of like some people want to work their way through before they make it all the way.
Yeah, like I said, man,
that's understandable.
Yeah, it's always
some people might see it as a waste of money, but
no, I understand what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying right now, man. We just taking everything one step at a time, 1 week at a time. So right now, we just focus on going against Senators.
Okay,
I like that answer.
I think
Bill Belichick answer. On to the next one. I mean,
here's the thing: Next Level is a team that is competitive, and they're one of those prime examples of our midsection of our league that is in both scales. That has a little bit of both on their team. But if they go to a tournament, they're still better than other teams from other leagues.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said,
I think that like that comp division, I don't think people realize how actually competitive it is.
Well, it's not just them too. Warriors had a good Nationals, and Next Level had a good Nationals. There's something to build off of. And like you said, Next Level right now is the team to beat there. They've proven it. They've week in, week out have gone against the best competition in comp and have come out on top. Warriors, another good team, really good team right there. They have Death Row, which they want to beat because last time they played, they lost to them, right? So you have good competition in comp. But right now, Next Level is the top tier right there, and Warriors are right behind them.
I do want to make a correction. I saw someone set a free season as a prize. It was a half season or the Memorial Day Classic. But I just want to
agree with that, Joe.
Jeremy, real quick, can you continue this top real quick? I got to pop off camera for a second. Help out the kiddos.
Yeah, well, yeah, hurry up, do that. We want to hop into that comp or the comp, not All-Star game because we didn't have the comp All-Star game, right?
Yeah, man. And you know what's crazy? We didn't even get our jerseys for the black team either. Yeah, we didn't even get those.
Yeah, I heard there was a little problem with the black jerseys.
Yeah, so something about it getting stuck in delivery or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I get it. I'm obviously not gonna get mad at anybody for it. That's just a technicality, but man, it felt.
Well, shout out to Rob from Positive T. I know he had to get out a whole bunch of jerseys in a short amount of time. Had a little bit of a problem with some shipping, stuck at the warehouse, so black jerseys weren't able to get out, and that does suck. But I know that Giuseppe is trying to push that All-Star game to another week, maybe this week. I'm not exactly sure. That'd be up to him. But he says by then the jerseys should be in. So everyone should have the jerseys, shouldn't have a problem with that. But let's kind of get in and talk about that game with Dirty Birds a little bit. It was a good game. It wasn't a blowout, for as much as them having a couple guys that weren't there, they still are a solid team. Don't you agree?
Yes, Andy. One more time. You're talking about because I just cut out. Somebody actually called
Dirty Birds. Sorry, Dirty Birds.
Yeah.
We were talking about the championship game.
Yeah. So I love how Dirty Birds weren't pushovers. They actually gave us a game. Like I said, if we would have took them lightly and we wouldn't have played even close to what we would have played, we would have lost. That's just plain and simple. And I like how Dirty Birds was real gritty and they just stayed true to the game. Not too many tricks, but what they used worked for them. You know what I'm saying? They got their own system working for them, and it was working.
100%.
Exactly. So yeah, definitely big shout out to Dirty Birds. I definitely see them doing well for the rest of the season as well against the other teams. Yeah, there are no pushovers.
So now, I guess then coming off of this big win for you guys, it's an in-season tournament. You guys are still undefeated in regular season, correct?
Yes.
How do you guys feel going forward in the regular season with the teams that kind of were in the play-in tournament and not seeing Warriors? Do you still feel like Warriors are that team right now that you're probably going to be seeing in the championship?
Well, I've actually had the privilege of going against the Warriors in scrimmages on several other teams in 2022 and 2023. And I can actually say that they're another team where it's like you got to keep your foot on the pedal at all times or they're just going to leave you. Like they got a bunch of guys over there who are actually ready to come ball. And like I said, you can't take anybody lightly. I forgot his name, but there's this short, dark-skinned guy with dreads, man. He talks a lot of shit, but he can actually move. I can't even lie, man. I'm sure somebody in the comment section will know who I'm talking about. But yeah,
for sure.
He shout out to Warriors, man.
What'd I miss?
Oh no, we were just talking. I was talking about the championship game on Dirty Birds, and then coming into this season, the rest of the season, Next Level is the top team right now. I was just asking him how he felt going into the rest of the regular season.
Yeah, man.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. But yeah, man, we're basically just trying to keep this train rolling while the rest of the team gets healthy and better. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The one thing that's good about you guys, I know a lot of comments, and I really feel like the comments, they're absolutely right. A lot of people are saying play up in elite. Not saying what you guys are doing is wrong with, wanting to win comp. You guys are on your way there. I see as long as you guys keep doing what you're doing, the only next step is elite, right? So you're kind of taking those steps to get there. You win comp this year, the next step is elite. That's where you guys got to go. And if you do that, you kind of are there. A lot of the comments here are saying that a lot of teams kind of go into elite first year, they have kind of a bad year, and then they drop out and they don't stick to it. I think that's the wrong kind of mindset to have. When you join elite, even being some of the new teams in next level joined elite, struggled, went down to collect themselves, but they're trying to move back up there. Other teams that's tried to make that same move, not necessarily have the same outcome. They either break off or they stay down wherever they're at. So it's good to see that you guys are moving in the right direction. I really hope that you guys finish off this season and make that jump, because to have another team that's competitive and it's wanting to try to get better, it just makes the league even better to have that team in there.
Yeah, no problem at all. Like I said, man, we're gonna go ahead and try to at least finish this season out strong, taking it one game at a time. 1 week at a time. That's the best way to get to it. We honestly, even though we are favored, we still can't afford to cut any slack or give anybody the respect that they to not give anybody the respect that they deserve. That's the easiest way to lose. You know what I'm saying? And you could be, I can see a team that's 0-9 on a list, and I'm still gonna give my 100%, because you can be that first win against them because you took them so lightly. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that done on any board, in any league, in any competitive division. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
I strongly believe in taking your competition seriously. So people, yep.
I mean, dude, it's gonna be an interesting remainder of the season, to say the least.
Yeah, let's get into this rec. Let's get into the rec here. Because I know the rec is the only bracket that actually finished their All-Star game too. So let's get into that one.
Yeah, because we're running out a little bit of time.
I appreciate you guys for having me, man.
No, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Good luck for the rest of the season, man.
Appreciate you, man. You guys as well, man.
Rec, we had the Midwest Jokers versus Metal Militia, and Midwest Jokers went down fast.
Hey, let's say that was the upset of the weekend. A lot of teams, I would.
Militia came to play though.
I can guarantee you that there was a lot of people that didn't see that coming. Unfortunately, let's not lose that. Shout out to Alex West. I hope you're recovering. I hope everything's good. I hope you come back. Speedy recovery, man. I heard he went out early in that game.
First drive.
He's their leader. Leader goes down. Man. Yeah, leader goes down, especially with a significant injury like that. You feel it throughout the whole team. So, but they came out, and Metal Militia, it was a back and forth game. It was a scrappy game and only won by field goals. Which is huge to have a field goal kicker, because Metal Militia literally got past a hard-fought team by field goals. That ball was not getting in that end zone. And if it wasn't for that field goal kicker, that's 0-0 going into overtime, trying to see who wins that game. So,
and think about that. That's in rec. That's in rec. Field goal kicker in rec, carrying his team to get him through that day. So that way,
field goal kickers are huge, man. They're huge. So, shouts out to the kickers. Like I said, man, they're needed more than most people think. I think you had Dom on here earlier reiterate that they didn't have their kicker. So those scores that they don't have, those extra points, that's the reason why. And it's big, especially when you go down and you travel in tournaments. Kicker is huge, man. They can win you games and lose you games, unfortunately. So,
dude, and we had another upset, kind of people didn't expect it, but Rumple Pigs beat Wild Boy 16-0.
I would say
I would say no. From the predictions, everyone was leaning favor towards Wild Boys.
Not me. I think Rumple Pigs have been surprising a lot of people, but man, I know kind of like their makeup, kind of the people that are behind the scenes, and very good team, very good leaders over there. So they're going to be scrappy. They come out, they smacked a lot of people in the face and kind of surprised them, and then they did it again. But I don't think this one was more of a shock to people, because they've been doing it. They were undefeated before. They were tied with Wild Boys, and then they come out and they do that. So I don't think it should be a shock anymore. Now it should just be either you take them serious or the shock is you're not playing them like you should, and that should be the shocking part of it.
Yeah, and then, I mean, and even going into the championship, Rumple Pigs versus Metal Militia, that was a good game.
Good game. Like I said, Rec really came out and they showed out to start off with an upset like they did, and then just to keep the ball rolling, to keep everything very interesting. So shouts out to Metal Militia, shouts out to Frank over there. He's been doing it for a long time. And like I said, he got a championship, and it's, like I said, it's pretty cool for them. So shouts out to Militia, keep it going. And now with that win and with an Alex West injury, I believe that could open up Rec for a couple teams, because Jokers was that solid number one, and they took a big hit this weekend. So we're gonna see how they rally this week. That should be one of the.
I got some breaking news right now. Breaking news.
Okay, well, go ahead.
The Utah Showdown just got announced for Smash Mouth, added to the Elite Series Tour on June 2nd. Yeah, June 1st and 2nd. So if everyone's looking for a tournament, oh shit, that's playoff weekend. Never mind. Fuck that.
So there's your breaking news. There's a tournament.
You can't go. Yeah. My bad. Got excited. Sorry, my phone blew up for a minute.
Good thing we didn't have no breaking news, like music and shit. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's get back right into it. But yeah, so like I said, Militia came out and they proved their worth. Now I said opens up that division in Rec when I was saying that Jokers were kind of running away with it, even though you still had the Wild Boys and you still had Rumple Pigs as undefeated teams. I just felt like they were just putting themselves up with the points that they were scoring. Turnaround this weekend, changes, and I think Rec is wide open now. So I'm actually going to be surprised to see where this goes.
Frank Metal Militia might take it away. You never know.
Could this be what they needed to get them over? I'll tell you right now, I really like that quarterback. A very solid veteran quarterback, and he stays there. And
Frank, I'm telling you this right now, bro. If somehow you lose all your damn players again right after you win, I am not letting you move down the next season. You are stuck up there, my guy, for at least one season. I'm telling you right now. So don't magically lose all your players and get back into Rec and then bring them all back.
He loses all his players. I'm pretty sure he's.
No, last time he lost all his players, they made SA. That's what happened.
Oh shit!
But I think this group of guys will stick it through. When we talk about the All-Star game, we had a slight hiccup with some jerseys.
Which we talked about that when you were gone, about how there was a little hiccup with some jerseys left at the facility or left at the warehouse. That sucks.
Damn, why? So I wasn't able to talk? You guys jumped on it early?
You said to take on the show. We moved on with it. But we just talked about how you were planning on probably doing those All-Star games sometime later. And I didn't know exactly when, so I was going to let you speak on that.
Gotcha. But no, so the Rec division was able to get out there. We were able to do the races, which was pretty cool. X from BGs, and then John from Hammer won the Big Man Dash, and X won the Spring Speed Dash. Those guys still showed up. It was raining a little bit. I appreciate them. And then we had that Rec All-Star game. Unfortunately, the jerseys, the box that was actually for some reason got separated from the mix was at the warehouse since Thursday, and we just couldn't get it. And so we were told that it was with different jerseys. Ended up being like majority of the black team jerseys. So we thought it was event shirts, so we weren't that mad. We're like, whatever. But we're still missing a lot of them. So it's good, but the good thing is that we're able to, still get the two teams that are black their jerseys prior to the All-Star game. So the rain, in one sense, was raining on our flag gods and said, hey, but I would say this, those Rec players, the ones that got to wear them, they went out there, they balled out. The guys, thank you to all the guys at the field that were understanding, and they just went out and had fun with it. And I'll say this, those guys in that rain were having a blast. It was fun until someone got a little physical. He got ejected.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So
we're gonna talk about this briefly, and I'm gonna say what the suspension is.
There was an altercation in the All-Star game.
Where Frank and Steve met each other. And one thing led to another. According to us, Steve muffed Frank. Frank said he muffed him. Steve says he never actually touched him. He said he pushed him, and then he was clapping, and then he was telling him to get away. So the board did vote, and they did give him a 2-game suspension.
All right, the board's got something to do, man.
He did appeal it, and we do have an appeal meeting tonight.
They even got more things to do. Man, I'm glad, bro. So
the board was fast acting on it. They got the video. We talked to all the right people. I mean, people on the sideline saw it too. Steve's going to defend himself to the board. He truly believes that he didn't do it.
Damn, Steve.
But you guys got to understand, muffing is considered a punch in the league. We've made that clear years back. So even if you put any hands or try to intend to do that, you're trying to get someone to do something. So that's the unfortunate side of it. But we'll talk with that in a minute. And I mean, hey, but that's your opinion. I mean, the video, and like you said, the video does look like that too from our end. We gotta go off of our video proof. But Steve, you know, I feel like it was just.
Well, you guys are going to talk about it. You guys have your meeting. He's going to be able to say his side.
I know guys were talking about it in the comments, but that's still, yeah, exactly. It's still a sign of aggression, and we just don't want that. And it's unfortunate it happened. He understands that. He knows he regrets the whole situation, even locking up with him or pushing him backwards, because it did make it look worse than it was. It is an attempted muff. I mean, dude, Dez swung on someone at Nationals and completely missed and got banned from the whole tournament. A muff, a swing, it doesn't matter if it connects or not. It's straight up what it is.
Well, I'm just glad you got an appeal, because I remember when you guys first started, appeals were not there. So at least you got an appeal, Steve. So go ahead and explain yourself. Hopefully.
I mean, the thing is like this, man. It's just like the league is developing with it. We've been clear on our rules moving forward. We've been consistent with it. We're doing the same punishments. I know Steve was like, well, can we pay a fine to get back in? We've done that in the past, and all that has done is cause people to fight more. And they're like, I can just pay a fee, or their team will pay their fee for them being an idiot. Because we've seen it at tournaments in some places. Right, Jeremy?
Hell yeah.
And, and guess what happens? That guy usually comes back in and gets into another altercation 90% of the time. So that's why we go
or
with that.
He doesn't pay, and then the team's stuck with paying it, and they're pissed.
Yeah, because then the guy did it, and then it's worse. But besides that point, I shout out to the board for getting on it right away, responding to it like we want them to do. And they're there to look out for everyone. And if you guys have any questions regarding the board or a future interest in becoming a board member, let us know. We love to have different levels on if we could win 20,000 at Byron from VGs.
I do remember that, Jake. I think I got suspended for 2 games. I believe that was aggression, sign of aggression.
Yeah. And then we eject what's his name too.
Yeah.
But be respectful to each
other. Good memory.
But I'll say this though. Besides that, it was a great All-Star game. Those guys, if you watch the mic'd up clip, appreciate him letting us mic him up. He had a great time with it. And I can't wait to see the comp and elite one, because I think the rec kind of showed, it was a small glimpse because of the weird weather and everything, of how fun the All-Star games are going to get in-house. And then just as much fun they're going to get when we go and compete against other leagues. So, because we will be still doing that. We're going to be competing against TFL again. And only the best of the best we choosing. Because we're doing our own in-house All-Star game. Now we're going to do the league one. Full team brawl when they were on black shirts in Schaumburg.
Yeah, Corey, that's a while ago. That did happen, unfortunately.
Which one was that?
I don't think it was part of. It was Catone's tournament. It was a. I don't know what kind of tournament. Catone ran some crazy tournaments. Some. Whatever.
I know. I've been in some, and they're in like the random forest preserve corners.
Yeah,
dude, those were always the best because everyone was just stuck in this freaking parking lot, and then couldn't get. If you left, you were not getting a spot. So you hunkered down there all day long.
Exactly. Yeah, those were the days back then. Those were horrible.
Ohio. Nah.
Oh, the Ohio team. That was actually a tournament. That was Hall of Fame out in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio.
Damn.
Yeah.
You criminals.
Fun times. Fun times. Fun times.
But besides that, guys, I mean, it is what it is. But the All-Star games, there was a one-handed grab in the back toe tap end zone. Was an amazing catch. You got to go back and see that. It's on the mic'd up. Dude freaking did it. And then he got the shot, too. So shout out to Shots by Jonesy over there. Quan and his wife are killing it. They are a tag team, and I would say, they do a very good job at getting all the content for you guys. And I think that I think those guys kind of go unappreciated sometimes, especially when those weather. They were out there bearing the elements with you, protecting their gear, being smart, and getting the best images. Because Ricky did his thing too. I mean, dude, I haven't gone through all the videos and photos yet, but dude, the ones that I've already seen, they did a great job. I appreciate them for coming out there and bearing the weather with us. And I know they work hard to make sure they give you guys the best content out there as well.
Yeah.
So definitely shout out to them. Also, we'll steal your flags. Dang, man. Are they going in the comments again? Oh, Frank's replying to Steve. But
well, you want to go over the schedule real quick before we run out of here?
Yeah. We got to do that real quick. All right. So
you want to start off and call them out, and then we'll talk about them?
Yeah, let's just go through them real quick. We'll start off at 7:50 a.m. We got Warriors versus Dirty Birds at Olympic Park. So they're going to see
rematch right after they just played. That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah. And then we got Dinos versus Phantoms at 8 a.m. in Melrose.
Dinos is looking for a win. Phantoms also would like to come out with a win here too. So that's going to be an interesting matchup.
And then we got Black Mambas versus Midwest Jokers at 8 a.m. at Glenbard North.
Well, let's see. Like I said, Midwest Jokers dealing with that injury, but still a solid team. So, and then Black Mambas always a solid team. It's going to be a good game. It'll really tell where Midwest Jokers is because they get a good matchup right away coming out of it after that injury. So it should tell them a lot about their team going forward.
And then at 8:50 at Olympic Park, got Next Level versus Senators.
Good matchup. Senators have been doing some really good things, but I do believe
they would have been in the in-season tournament if they had enough guys.
Yeah, so see, there you go. They should have been in. They didn't get in, have enough guys. They opened the door for Death Row. Mm-hmm. And cool, like I said. So, but I still think Next Level is just on this rise, and I think they're just gonna, keep on going.
Exactly. And then you got Phantoms with a doubleheader. So you got at 9 a.m. in Melrose against Not Perfect.
So they go against another team that's looking for a win as well. They got a win against Dinos, but they're looking for another win to show people that they're
here to contend,
not messing around. So, but I guess Phantoms again is another team, very solid team that they're looking for a win too. I believe coming out of these games, Phantoms could possibly go 2-0, and I think I would be surprised if they didn't.
Yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see. And then now we got 9 a.m. at Glenbard North. We got Metal Militia versus Venom.
So as we can tell, Metal Militia and Venom, you're about to talk about people who are involved in both of these teams in Frank for Metal Militia and what's the name for Venom. So you kind of have some bad blood there going. But Metal Militia is coming off of a good win. It's good.
No wonder Steve wants to play him again. He wants to be not suspended to play him.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he's trying to do this appeal. But like I said, I do think Metal Militia is just riding that hot streak, and they're going to most likely continue with that.
And then you got Midwest Bullies versus Death Row at 9:50 at Olympic Park.
Midwest Bullies is a team that they've had a win here and there and kind of surprised those wins too, but. I think Death Row will get a little bit better as well coming off of this in-season tournament, and I believe they take this one.
And then you got Reapers versus Not Perfect with the doubleheader at Melrose Park.
Should be, like I said, a game that's might be a little bit closer than I think, but I do have Reapers pulling it out. They've been a very solid team for the past couple seasons and really been putting in work. So I do have Reapers in that game, but I expect a very good game.
Then we got Menergy versus Rumplepigs.
Yeah, and like we were just talking about Rumplepigs, I don't think it's a surprise anymore. They're one of the teams that's going to be looked to win most of their games in rec. I find them going against a team in Menergy that's been around for a little bit, still trying to put it together, but I do have Rumplepigs coming out on top on that one.
I think they might, depending on how they're feeling after this weekend, they might be a little beat up. So it's definitely going to see, because that weather probably took a toll on these guys. So I wonder if that's going to affect them going into this week 5. Then you got Old Times versus the Wolverines at 10:50.
Yeah, two teams. That's kind of
they're lingering.
They're lingering. They're trying to still make names for themselves. Old Times versus the Wolverines. All right. I'm going to go Old Times. I think they kind of need a win here. So maybe Old Times comes out and pulls it out this week. I know they have some guys on there, Wood especially, trying to put that team together. Very competitive person. So they're going to come out. They're going to try to ball. Maybe they get their win this week. So, yeah, Old Times.
And then we got Windy City Hammer versus 4TF.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4TF on this one. Like I said,
sure?
Yeah, I'm going for it. Would you think it's going to change?
It's not imploding?
No,
you're not a captain.
I guess. I mean,
why do you always got to pick your team? You're not a captain.
Right. Well, yeah, it's weird, right? Like, because I'm not a captain, I can't pick my team. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not weird. I don't know. Some people are weird, dog. I don't fall for that stuff, like I said. But I got 4GF coming out on top. I don't see Windy City is a good team. They're a great team. Don't get me wrong. But like I said last week, I'm not going to pick against 4TF. So I got 4TF in that game. And
then we got Caught Looking versus Spartans.
Caught Looking versus A-Town Spartans. Two teams here that are desperately looking for a win. But I'm going with Caught Looking. I think they're going to pull this out. Justin's really trying to get those boys together. And like I said, it falls on him in the end of the day. And he's really trying to put in work to make that succeed over there. So hats off to him and Mike to try to get a team and keep it going. Like I said, it's very hard to run a team and stuff like that. So, I think Caught Looking is going to come out on top and get a win there.
And then we got the rematch of the in-season All-Star.
Windy City Hammer versus New Wave.
Yeah.
Again, great game. Great
I wonder
team.
if it's going to get chirpy.
Yeah, I don't think. Hopefully, they'll have the jerseys figured out before this one, so that won't be a problem.
Well, the good thing is,
will they have tap? Will they have tap? That's a big question.
I feel like they got a double header. They'll have tap.
Okay, so it should be even a different game. I know
because you got to think about it. He usually works every other weekend. So if he worked this past weekend and he wasn't there, he should be there this weekend.
Yeah, I got another good game here, a real tight game. I think it's going to be closer than the championship game. But I'm going to take New Wave. I think they're going to win. Only because they just came out on a win. Windy City, even having tap there, has to adjust, right? New Wave kind of just has to keep playing their game, do what they've been doing, and that should be fine for them. So, yeah, I have New Wave coming out on top. But like I said, if the other wave happens the other way, I'm not surprised about it. And if tap's there, a lot of people won't say they're surprised. So we'll see in that game what happens, but I got New Wave coming out on top.
Yeah, and then you got Intoxicated versus Only Hands at Glenbard.
So, all right, let's talk about that game. So I got to find it.
Intoxicated versus Only Hands at Glenbard?
I don't think I had that one on mine. Oh, it's the last one, right? Correct?
No, then you have Bandits versus Wild Boys. So the last two games of the day are Intoxicated versus Only Hands and then Bandits versus Wild Boys. Honestly, the Intoxicated Only Hands ones I feel like is a big toss-up. Both of their
teams I think you're right.
I think that's a big toss-up. Though Bandits versus Wild Boys, I think Wild Boys are going to come out with some aggression after this past weekend.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Wild Boys is pretty pissed off at that. I'm saying they lost that game. They're a team. We respectfully think feel that they should be talked about as one of the top teams there too, and they do. They're undefeated as well, so they have room to talk with the other teams. And yeah, I agree with you. I think they're mad about the tournament. I think they're going to come out, and I think they're going to get a W.
Yeah, but that's the games for this week. I mean, that's going to pretty much wrap up our show today. I mean, we talked a lot about the in-season tournament. We're planning to reschedule the All-Star games. We'll be talking shortly with the captains from Comp and Elite. And we just stay tuned for a lot. I mean, we have so much content we're putting out there. He just got done uploading all the images and all of the videos from the weekend. So we'll be posting a lot. Just stick with us, and we have more content this weekend. I wish everyone the best of luck coming back after our big break. And good luck to everyone, and have a great rest of your season. And we'll be back next show, and appreciate you tuning in.
Good luck, guys.